All right, welcome to Anvil Lake. After many miles of traveling on rustic Forest Service gravel roads, I popped out on 70, jaunted over, and hopped right off to Anvil Lake Campground. So no, this is not a remote site. You can get to this very easily off of major highways. Right behind me is a cabin built by the CCC just above the beach area. We'll go down and take a look at that. Here is the lovely beach at Anvil Lake. It's actually very nice. Let's go down and see how sandy it is going in. This is definitely a nice beach to wade into. The buoys aren't doing much good. Now the area around this lake is solidly developed. There are houses completely surrounding this lake, so there will be boats buzzing around and things, as well as Highway 70 on the other side. So I wouldn't expect this to be the quietest campground in the system. Let's go check out the campground. All right, let's make it official. Welcome to Anvil Lake in the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest in northeast Wisconsin. This campground, $15 a night, no electric sites. There are 750 sites available with a Golden Age Pass, but there are more than half of them, of the sites, are reservable on recreation.gov. Out of the 18 sites, there's about 10 sites that are reservable. That doesn't mean that they are booked. You can show up, pick one of those sites if it is not reserved, and they usually have a tag showing the upcoming reservations. You have to reserve 4 days in advance, so if there's no reservation marked, no one's coming for at least a couple days. If someone does come for reserved, you can just move to a new site that is open. So let's go take a look at this campground. Oh, and one other thing. Anvil Trail is right over here. The trail is on the other side of the highway, so you got to get across the highway. There is a trailhead parking over there, so there is some sort of actual hiking trail to do while you're here. And here's that trail map. There's a lot of trails. They don't look like any of them are very long, but they meander and wind around. Part of it is the military trail. Yeah, there's a lot of trails to explore here. They do have bear aware signs, so be aware of that. And it is fairly chilly here, and I still have some mosquitoes buzzing me. So let's start the tour. Site 1, reservable. Nobody's got it reserved. It is fairly short, but wide, so you could put RV and vehicle next to it, or just tent here just fine. It is across from the camp host, and another one of these new sheds has just dropped, so I'm hoping that those become firewood sheds. All right, and that was camp host was in site 2. 3 and 4 are reservable. 3 here, you can see what's fit in there. It's very grassy. 4, we got a Class A tucked in here. They've had to do quite a bit of leveling, I think. Now, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I'm hearing a lot of road noise here. And right now a generator running, because this is not electric sites. 5, reservable. It's about as deep as the last 2, not extensively deep, and it drops off at the edge. 6, first come, first serve. Fairly large, nicely paved, and some really nice hammock trees in the back. Site 7 is reservable. It is a very wide site. It's about as wide as it is deep. 8 is a first come, first serve. And it's really quite long. 9 is this little pull-through spur here. This is Site 9's drive, and this is their campsite. So you could park here and open up to the world over here. Site 10 over here is reservable. 9 was first come, first serve. This one slopes up and then is flat, but you gotta, if you're gonna put something big in there, you gotta dance between the trees and worry about your pop-outs. Now, just a reminder, this one picks up today. So this one is you couldn't jump in today, but if I showed up last night, I could have grabbed that site for a night. Site 11, now that's not reserved for another day. So even though it's reserved, I could come in here tonight, spend the night here, and just have to vacate it before the people show up tomorrow. And there's a trail going off behind this one. Going downhill to the next one, 12. Basically, before he hits his table is the vehicle and the boat. 13's reservable. I don't know how you'd back into this one without having to go the wrong way down the road, because I've just come down here. Here's the road, and this is almost in line with the road. So you'd have to do a full jackknife to get in here unless you're pulling straight in. So really be aware of that as a reservable site. It's very awkward to get into, but it's paved and nice. And this one, 14, first come, first serve. You're parking up here on the road, which would make it even more difficult to make this loop if someone is parked here. And this is someone's parking spot. And it steps down to the camping area with a distinct pad area over there, and then a trail to the lake. The next one is very similar to that. In 16, you see the truck is parked up top. He's got his trailer up here, and then the tent site is down below, and that is a reservable site. So that one is tent only. Okay, 15 is first come, first serve. They really kind of pack them in here in this terraced area. So this is another one. This one is actually a pull through. So this one is doable. You can pull in here and out over there. And then there's a tent pad up there and the area for your picnic table and stuff here. And again, getting out of here is going to be tight because 17, which is reservable, parks up top. You can again the vehicle and their boat trailer and their tents down below. And that gets you close to the water. I don't know if there's a potential to tie off your boat right down there or not. 18 over here, short paved pad up the hill. This is first come, first serve, so you decide if this works for you. But once you're up here, I can see the tracks. Somebody who had parked there with their trailer, and then you have all this room up here. It does look like somebody struggled to get out or something at one point. And 18 was the last site. I'm back to stairs heading down to that CCC cabin shelter that you can use down there if you want. And that is pretty much the campground. This one is probably one of the more convenient ones to run into town to get something. So being just off of Highway 17, it is 15 minutes into Eagle River, if that. So it is really easy to head up 51 or 39 or whatever it is at that point, hop off here, and you're at this site. So it's a very convenient campground, but it is not the most remote one if that's what you're looking for. So thanks for coming along on this little tour of Anvil Lake Campground. It is part of a series of these that I'm doing in the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest in the northeast Wisconsin. There's a playlist here of all those campsites. Thanks for coming along on this journey. Like and subscribe if you find these useful, and share it with a friend. And I'll see you on the next one. Get on out there.